Hello everyone. So I grabbed out a bunch of my plain papers and stuff that I've had sitting around, and now we're gonna go off and just take paper and book page and stuff and glue it down. For right now, that's what we're doing. I'm not gonna be too particular with this. I'm just gluing to the best of my ability here. If my glue wasn't having issues. But this is, if you have a die cut machine or something like it, this would be a great way of using your die cut machine. Now I wanted to have a few pages because I have a die cut for tags. I wanted to make a few pages for that, so hence why I'm using what I can, and it just, this glue does not want to work for me today. So I'm just going to grab a glue stick and we'll just do it that way. Now, because I have some that are tag shaped, I kind of want to get a few of these where they can be tag shaped. So one, I'm just going to use what I have in this pile, and then the rest to make like embellishment type stuff or flowers, stuff like that. I'm just going to use my plain old stuff. You'll see what I'm talking about. Alright. More pieces that we can use to make die cuts. And again, I'm just having a bit of fun here, and this may happen to you too, where you're going to be using a lot of your copy paper in this too, because they're all double-sided, and unless you're making pockets every day and you want writing space for your journals, you're going to end up doing this, using your paper that you use for coffee dyeing and stuff like that. That's why I use a lot of my kids' old pages from school, is because this way they don't go to waste and they're used. I don't feel like I'm wasting paper. I feel like I'm making anew to this paper in reusing it. Because that's what you need to do. I feel like with my kids at the age groups they are, I get so much paper on a regular basis from them, and again, all I do is this, because I can't keep it all. No way I could keep all their papers. I like that side better than this side, so this side's going to be the side that I glue. And it does help to use like an old bank card or something else like that to spread out the papers. If you have it. Old gift cards work too. So don't think, oh, I don't have any bank cards. You don't need bank cards necessarily. Old gift cards, etc. will work too. I also will use like my Cricut maker. If you have a Cricut maker or something of the sort, you could always use that too to create with these pages. Again, I recommend if you're going to be doing some tag-like stuff, try having the right piece. Now, which way do I want? I don't really want the, I think I'm going to do this side down. So, but again, I keep all them papers that I'm not going to use. Like, I wasn't going to use this focus program thing that they sent out. I am reusing the paper. You can also, if you get like mail that you don't use, you're not going to be using, this is also, if there's two sides to it, you might as well use it. This way they're not going to waste. I really like this green page, but I want to use it up. Again, I don't want to keep pieces just to keep them. This is from making that cover. I have a couple pieces here that I'm never going to use otherwise, so might as well use them. Use this piece and this piece. I do not recommend using too much thick cardstock, but use what you have. Again, it's just something that I know you can write on. And this is my last page here. I think I'm going to flip it over here this way. And again, this is just coffee dyed paper. That's all I do with these papers is coffee dye them. Comb good. Again, great way to use up plain papers that you would normally run through your shredder and then recycle. You can recycle right at home. Just take a little bit of coffee or tea dye and voila. Alright. We got all that put on copy paper. Now we have a few that are not on copy paper, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing with them as soon as possible. Now I'm going to grab this out. Try making sure you can see it to the, yeah, that's the best I'm going to be able to do. Alright. I have a few of these ones, so I'm just going to make them together. Make sure they're at 8. Oops. I didn't want to make sure they were at 8. I wanted to make sure they were at 7. So, we want to make sure they're 7. Like that. By 5. And that's all I'm doing, is making sure my pile is going to be 7 by 5, no matter what, because of how much I'll be using. And I'll show you what I'm doing. This all has to do with, I have a small mini cricut, or it's called a cricut Cuttlebug. You may have a Sizzix. When I first started paper making, that's what I got for a die cut. So I know this sheet will fit the die cut machine. Hence why I'm doing it this way. Way quicker. Doing it in bits and pieces like this. Again, I'm just making sure they're all 5 by 7s. So then I know for sure it'll fit in my machine. Oh, it really don't like that. Okay. It does not like this cardstock, which is fine. There we go. Yeah, cardstock I don't really care for, which happens. Again, you can't necessarily control that. Oh my goodness. There we go. Clicked in correctly that time. All right. 5 inches. And this one, 5 inches. All right. So this is 5 by 7. Again, as I said, it makes it easier if it's 5 by 7. Just makes life easier in general. So that's all I'm trying to do, is make my life a little bit easier. I'm hoping you get this concept. Try to make sure it measures to the height you want it in order to fit your machine. Yours may not be as small as mine. I understand. I just have a very small machine, because I have my Cricut machine, but I'm waiting for my new computer to come before I start using it. Again, because right now I kind of have it put away. My computer, my current computer, does not like me at the moment when it comes down to the Cricut Maker, and I don't really want to bother it, honestly. Alright, so you got that concept of what I'm doing and why and everything. So now that we have like a pretty good pile going here of different ones, we can go off and start working on using our Cricut Maker. Or not Cricut Maker, Cuttlebug. So I'm going to shut you off, set up the Cuttlebug, and then, but you won't see me gone, basically. Hello everyone, so I'm going to try doing the die cutting part. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm going to make an effort to show you what will happen if you die cut. Again, this may shake the table a lot. My apologies, but I can only do so much. And we're just going to stick them all in this thing as they come out. So these are just flower die cuts. It's a very simple die cut, but again, I just wanted to show you all how this works. My die cutting machine is quite a few years old. It isn't a brand new machine or anything like that. So I'm just going to slip that right into this little bucket here. The little die cuts as we go through them. I just figured show you a mass make of die cuts would be a good thing. So this one's a tag die cut. So I'm going to want one of my pieces like this to go over top of it. This is what I do. You do not have to do what I do. I just place it on the plate where I want it. Place my piece of paper over top. And this is how I do it. Now, again, everybody is different. It comes out differently for different people. I'm just doing me. And my sticky mat is not what it needs to be on here. Alright. So, made a cute little tag here, easily, with doing that. Again, I'm probably going to throw away my scraps, just because the point of this is to use things up, not to keep it all. Let's make some leaves out of these. So I'm just going to take a plain paper that's forward and back. I set it on my display here. Set my paper over top of it. Put my piece over top of it. And then I just go across. Again, I've had this Cricut for many years. It works well for me, but at the same time, it isn't everybody's forte. I get that. I had to physically punch out all the little holes that were in this out. That's kind of why I don't really care for this. I thought it'd be fun. Not so fun. Doesn't want to cut every single piece out firmly. But that's that. This is one of my Tim Holtz die cuts. Again, I'm just doing this to introduce you to the different types of die cuts. It isn't everybody's thing, I'll be honest with you. And actually, this one, I don't want to do that. I don't want one like that. But if you can get a thicker piece of paper, it will work better. I will say that with this one. Now, where did I set my... It's right here. And as you can tell, it's pretty worn out, my die cut piece here. I'm not buying a new one for me to use it twice a year. Maybe a little bit more. So, there we go, pre-made label. And then, this is one of them slits pieces. So, I mean, that's basically what I do, is mass die cut as much as I can. I throw the die cuts and everything into one whole tray, and then restart the process all over again until I'm out of paper. It's a great way to use up book pages. This is why I only use it once or twice a year. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night. Bye.